Beetlejuice, second trailer. I saw that it was up, and I saw it on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna head over to YouTube and see if it's there, and we're gonna watch it because it's Beetlejuice.
Here's a preview. Be warned, it's intense.
Can't believe Grandpa's dead.
Death is hard.
Yeah, sometimes I think life is harder.
When I was a teenager.
Okay, so first, I just want to point. I'm glad that they outright mentioned Grandpa's dead. You know, Jeffrey Jones has convict. I don't know if it's convicted or of unsavory things. So obviously he was not welcome back. Apparently, Adam and Barbara aren't in the movie. I don't know why. I think didn't Juno say that like they would spend 180 years in the house? Clearly 180 years haven't gone by, so is there a reason why they're not there? Maybe they found a way to get to heaven. I don't know. But at the end of the first movie, they were living alongside, you know, the Dietzes just fine. So, but yeah.
A trickster demon terrorized our entire family and tried to force me to marry him. I believed he was gone forever until you found this in the attic.
Ew. Who's Beetlejuice?
Don't ever say that name.
Beetlejuice.
No, Astrid! I am serious! If you say his name 3 times, he will appear.
Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose. I'm gonna make you so happy.
The living. The dead. Can they coexist? That's what we're here to find out.
Where is Beetlejuice?
Where's Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice!
Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid.
You're a figment of my imagination.
Really? Is this a figment of your imagination?
Okay, so I love the fact that they kind of kept the joke from the first movie where like apparently it's so terrifying that they can't show it. You know, it's like when Adam's like, "Well, can you be scary?" And he turns out and and then he turns out he's like, "What do you think of this?" And then he does it. So it's good to show that he's still going with that whole, we're not going to actually show you what it is, but it's apparently so terrifying that it's actually making people jump. Where he was doing other things, like his head spinning around and stuff like that, and they were just like, "Oh, okay." But then he does this thing, and then they're scared. The fact that Willem Dafoe, we got this sandworms, which kind of look like they're still stop motion, which I hope. I mean, it's Tim Burton, and I really hope that he's still, especially for Beetlejuice, going to respect, what he did the first time and understand what made it special the first time. And it was all that, it's just uncanny at some points, but just unsettling stop motion that he did. So I really hope that, I mean, obviously stuff like that, but He wants to know. He wants to find Spider-Man. Um. Oh, I'm guessing this isn't actually. This is. It's also nice to see that the the shrunken head guy is possibly back, but it looks like they might have dressed him up to look like Beetlejuice in case someone came along to look for him. I also like how it doesn't look very realistic. It's not like with, other movies where this is meant to be goofy and cartoony. So, the autonomy, anatomically, it's not going to look like real brains, and you can see the muscles in the jaw and stuff like that. But I mean, it's Willem Dafoe, so it's going to be amazing. It seems like Jenna Ortega is playing basically Jenna Ortega, the girl who has the attitude, who marches to the beat of her own drum. That it's basically just whether it be Wednesday or Babysitter or anything else she's been in, she's basically just playing herself as usual. So but Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, seeing them, I love the movie. I love the movie, and I really world's best boss. So what happens to Beetlejuice? Does he like take over like Juno's position, and he's now a freaking like caseworker? Because you can see him sitting there. He's clearly kind of almost back to what he was, because according to Juno, he was her assistant first. So now he's working again in the afterlife in this office. And so if he's got a world's best boss mug, it's safe to assume that he's the boss of something at this point. Is he the boss of just this department? Is he the boss of all of it? Just the fact that he's done terrible things, and it's like, oh yeah, well, we could punish you, but we think the best punishment for you would be making you, control, in charge of everyone else, and you actually have to do your job. Otherwise, you get sentenced to death. The death for the dead. The Lost Souls room, where the guy says that's death for the dead, for the dead. So it's like, you do your job, or you die, and you don't have a chance of coming back. Yeah, Jenna Ortega is Jenna Ortega as usual. I mean, I knew she was going to be herself, essentially. There's just some characters where it's like, oh, what do you know? This person, it's like Jim Carrey. No matter what role he's playing, it's always just himself. Really would have been great if he popped up and said, "Attention all Kmart shoppers." It's like, and then they could have made a joke about no one shops at Kmart anymore. But Michael Keaton not getting younger, but it's funny that they clearly Beetlejuice looks like he's aged, though he's dead, so he shouldn't have aged. But it's really like they're not using any kind of AI or anything to reverse age him. It's like, no, what you see is Michael Keaton. It's Michael Keaton with face paint and his wig on. We're not gonna AI, him younger or anything. No. It's so we've got like an issue of like the dead and the living. I guess it looks like it's not Beetlejuice's problem, because it kind of looks like almost like the cartoon where Lydia and Beetlejuice are kind of working together. Because I'm guessing it's one of those things that if it threatens one realm, it threatens all of them. So it's like, Beetlejuice has to work with them. So and it's also the throwback to the, with the Beetlejuice and with the when he's trying to marry Lydia, and Barbara says Beetlejuice, and he does a kind of thing. Um, the fact that he does the same thing here, just all the little, references and nods to the first movie. I mean, look at this. This isn't Beetlejuice. This is just freaking Michael Keaton with makeup. Um, yeah, so it looks like just the way he's behaving, it's like they have to work together to fix this problem, whether he caused it or not. I mean, I would hope that there is some other big bad that kind of forces him to, I want it to be faithful to the movie, but it would also be fun to see it like in a scenario like the cartoon. In the cartoon, Lydia and Beetlejuice were friends. But in this case, I don't want to see them as friends. I just want to see them working together. Us being able to see Beetlejuice use his powers a lot more than what we saw in the first movie. Because we had an idea of what he could do, but we didn't see what he could fully do. Because I think he was really, thanks, due to the times, he was really restricted with the powers and everything. But here, with CGI and stuff like that, they can do whatever they want now. They can give him any power, any ability. We can see him shapeshift and at will and whatever. We see him like, flute with a, make it like a light and all that. But yeah, stuff bringing down planes, and yeah, we see him. He flicks it like a light for a lighter. He like draws the bomb on the wall, and he lights, and so it blows up like an actual bomb.
That's what we're here to find out.
But I'm excited. I mean, again, it's a shame Jenna Ortega she's like a one-stop actress kind of thing. She doesn't really have much range when it comes. It's Jenna Ortega and everything. But seeing Catherine O'Hara and Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder and all, the people from the original, and then we have like Willem Dafoe in here, which is amazing because he's great. Except, he's screaming, where's Beetlejuice, and all I hear is, where's Spider-Man. But yeah, it's just Jeffrey Jones obviously for things, and Alec Baldwin. They definitely don't want to bring him onto set because someone will end up being an actual fucking ghost. As for Dina Davis, I don't know, but I hope they explain why the Maitlands aren't in the movie, because again, Juno in the movie, she said that they spend like 180 years on Earth, specifically in that house, but then we don't see them. So where are they? Did they move on to heaven? We clearly see that the Dietzes are still in that house. So, well, wait, actually, are they actually still in that house? No, because it looks like it's, so maybe they decided to move out, and the Maitlands are like, well, the Dietzes aren't here anymore, and we really don't trust anyone else at this point, so we should just move on. I mean, if there was a loophole, I guess, and all that, because the way it is, the fact that everything's covered up, and so it suggests that maybe they don't live there anymore. Looking for a love connection. But yeah, Monica Bellucci is pretty good. Yeah, Willem Dafoe. And then there's the other guy whose name I don't recognize. Yeah, that guy. I don't recognize him, so. But yeah, that is Beetlejuice. And again, I I said it last time, I really hope they come out with a third movie of Beetlejuice, 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 and that'll be the whole perfect, you know, especially because that's the way you summon him in the first place. You say his name 3 times. I would love to see that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.